Bad news. If this thing is gonna go to heck, this is it. Because we're going in a plot territory. Anyway, we saw Anon saw Mia standing there, as she realized. And Anon's taking a little stroll over. This seat taken? Mia scoffs at that, jerking her head to flip the bangs from her eyes with a wrist back on the curtain. The bangs or the eyes? Okay, I take the seat, and after a beat, she looks back at me with a more scrutinizing gaze. She still isn't saying anything. She hasn't chosen to leave either. I want you to extend an olive branch. You want to extend an olive branch? Yeah, that's just what people do, right? A lot of shit happened since you started. You could both do it with a clean start, right? I don't get a clean start, dumbass. Reef City was great, by the fucking by. Pull back my sweat-slicked collar. Get at that? Alright. Kinda forgot you didn't stop existing for the last month. I mean, aren't you tired of fighting? Fighting? Mia leans back, flicking her overlaying denim top before crossing her arms. That's what people like you don't get. You either fight or you die. Sounds like Coach Solly. Kinda wanna look at her art, at her spritz again. I don't know if they really got a lot out of making Mia use like sprites the way that they did with the faces different from the bodies. I mean, I guess it saves on space. But she's wearing just a straight up denim top on that. I mean, I always felt that was more like to keep her warm. Also, you can tell that like the if you zoom in on the legs, you can see like they spilled a lot of fill color. They did not do a really good clean pass on that. Jesus, she's spilling. Like, not even that, like her hair too. And I know that like part of it is like, you know, framing for the head sprite to loop over. That's fine. I'm talking about the rest. It's just like cheapers. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Is it just because of how her face is shaded or what? Oh, she does have like a... She does have like proper eyeshadow on in the prom one. A cute detail. Man, I have completely underestimated how pale Mia is. I always, whenever I think Mia, right, it's the jacket. Like, her body is more white than it is red. The red stripe seems to mostly be her face. And I guess it just goes over her back. Man, what a weird thing I never really thought about too much. Huh. Only teacher that knows fucking anything. I can't help but find a flaw in her thinking. Even Solly would, if this was what she was using it for. Yeah, but I think he means it as a metaphor. I think. If he knows what a metaphor is, he'd agree. Piss off, monkey boy. Like you'd know. I grind my teeth at that. She's fucking stonewalling me. Can you get the fuck over yourself for 1 minute and listen? What the fuck did you just say to me? She leans forward, slamming her fist into the table. We're eye to eye now. Whatever it's a paper-thin hope, she won't beat my ass out of fear of expulsion. More calculated bet. I can't say, but I refuse to waver. How about you fight for a bit of fucking art credit on your own? You realize it's high school, right? Shit is a career, it isn't a war. The nostrils flare, but I keep going. If it wasn't for Ben, you'd be long gone, I'd bet. But here you are with this boss bitch attitude, and it's gotten you an empty table at the winter formal for all your trouble. Mia leans in closer, her breath ghosting my face like plasma? What are you saying? Then why the fuck are you here, dumbass? I have to sit back in my chair that. I have a reason, right? That's because you're the protagonist. And no. I want to say that, but then I realized Anon is not like the ultimate goody two-shoes in this. He isn't fixing everyone's problem at like the opportune times. I can't accuse him of I mean, I'm a little confused, you know. Monkey Brain Anon, this might be, but at this point, it's part of him. It's grained itself into his personality. Because, how do I put it? Backing on the fact that you're not just one-dimensionally evil cunt that the world would be better off without. She counters me, catching me off guard. What the fuck do you know, monkey boy? I'm an ape, thank you. Whatever. Everything was fine before you came and fucked everything up. But for what? You think you don't make problems? You think you could just treat people however the fuck you want? Making Ben feel like shit. Shoving a wedge between us when you... I guess you and that cripple bitch is as hapless victims of the universe, and I'm the antagonist, huh? With the way you've acted, yeah. What about Ben? What was that about Ben? Have you spoken to him recently? Like, since Yaragan's death? Of course I've talked to him! You literally had Mia pick him up! She's quick to answer, but she does. I mean, like, really talk. The fuck are you getting at? Whatever wedge is feeling between her and Ben may have made it apparent, but it was there before I came into the pictures. It is only growing at this rate. Do you love him, Mia? I mean, like, actually fucking love him? Really love him, you know, like, grabbing his ass in public and swinging him around, and if you say one more word, I'm gonna be coming under the impression you're just using Olivia there to get over to Damien. Don't tell anyone. Mia scowls, all gritted, grinding teeth, but she nods. Then just talk to him. You said I've made problems for him, and yeah, I was a little rude to him and all. He was a cunt to my girlfriend, but he tried to fix that. By the sounds of it, you've been giving him trouble for years. And he finally caught up. Just cruel, dumb luck. It was the deliverance of that. Man, my brain's getting all kind of mished up. I'm having ideas. No! She's silent for a long while. Her eyes are trained on the dance floor now, far less harsh in their edge. Next words are a whisper below the music bumping in the room. Man, ugh. Someone told me, like, and I've seen it myself, if you try to make a learned language model do stuff, like, man, they fucking love whispering. Jesus. What the fuck do you know? I know enough. Look, we don't need to get along, but for Ben's sake, I hope you take me seriously. There's no response after that. Guess that's all I'll be getting. Admittedly, it's better than I'd expected. Well, it wasn't for nothing. Kind of makes sense of the scene. Not that it's poorly written or anything. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't paying attention. I'm reading lines. It's hard to do both. Absorb the line and read the line. Okay, so Anos is okay. Glance over to the DJ booth as the lights are dim and the track list gets low and slow. Olivia still seems to be backstage, and if Mia's burgeoning grimace and looks towards the curtain are any indication, she's waiting on Ben and his time is about up. I really don't think her barging in on that. Tails and scales would be conducive to forgiveness in any regard. So I find myself doing another dumbass thing, extending my hand to her. Oh, hold up. Can I find this as less like a voice clip? Here we go. Duke Nukem, please. Give Anon his line.
You wanna dance?
Thank you, Duke Nukem. You're such an all-American hero. Bailing a brother out. Think of it as burying that hatchet. She eyes my hand for a long time, but quickly criticizes that I pronounce it as Mario instead of Mario. Taking several glances at my face to read me, but I don't retract the offer. I'm intending to keep it extended until she slaps it away, honestly. I think it surprised both of us when she grasps my hand firmly and starts pulling me to the dance floor. Mia is forceful in placing my hands exactly where they should stay, despite giving me lead. It's far more in control in this situation. Not just because she's a head taller. Oh, we're going that severe? I kind of thought she was like a little bit taller, but man, a head? For a moment, I forgot everything from this year and can't help but think back to the jealousy that Ben was with her. Big, strong lady, activate neuron. Wait, what? Oh, my brain was like, you were upset that Ben was already dating her instead of you? No, he's upset that she's dating. Gain on, please. I need my yowing. Move your hands and I break them. You get 1 foot step before I cut you. Yes, ma'am. This might be more stressful than I'd anticipated for this evening, but thank God I have those hours of practice to fall back onto. Say what you want about me, but she can dance. It isn't just following my lead well. She's got more control over her body than you'd expect. What does that mean? Oh, yeah, okay, dance. She's firm in her steps, but loose enough in her movements, which makes up for my shortcomings and fumbles. She starts off all grim, but as the steps flow easily and I prove myself more than a competent dancer, that frown fades into neutral and perhaps a small smile. Oh, not bad. Not that you could do this with Livy, though. Yeah. Rebuke her just as I bring her hand up to spin her. Despite how quickly I throw it out, she adeptly follows through, spinning on the ball of her foot and even tucking her toe to avoid slashing me. It's not that sharp. I always imagine it's kind of meh, because, like, the reason those things can impale things is because they're swung with a lot of weight, momentum, and force. It has a lot less to do with the fact that they're actually that sharp most of the time. Because it's really hard to maintain a sharp shape on an organic being without, you know... There's a reason you gotta sharpen your metal tools, even if they hold an edge. Fine. Bury that, you know that. Where is she anyway? She's talking to... Oh, wait. Fine. Bury that, you know that. Where is she anyway? Talking to Ben. Listen, she deserves the same chance to make things right. Mia rolls her eyes, but doesn't harp on anymore. So, what are your plans after graduation? I pick up the complexity in our steps. Mia quickly acquiescing and mirroring perfectly. Well, you're putting the moves on me, monkey boy. A curling smirk lets me know it's just ribbing. Auto mechanic license, get the fuck out of Vocadera. No love for the city, among other things. And Ben? What about him? Exactly! Oh, he knows how I feel. She closes her eyes and exhales, the dance coming to an end soon. Well, for me to question that, well, you'll talk to him soon anyways. The last note of the song fades out, and I release her. Good luck with that, Mia. Stay frosty, yeah? Like you know, cool dork. She rolls her eyes before walking away. She stops after a few steps, and I'm afraid for a second I'm in for an and another thing. I was just wondering, Mr. Moose, how it could be that an introverted, very passive protagonist like yourself happened to be dating someone who's also passive and barely doing anything. It's almost like you're acting a little bit out of character. All I want to know is, Mr. Moose, do you happen to be familiar with a person known by the name as Incognito, who happens to resemble you in a variety of ways? And then he grabs like the zipper at the back of his head and unzips it over his face, and he's like, ha! It was I, Inco! I don't know why you did this, Inco. This is technically your story. I wanted to be Anon for once. He always gets all the girls. Man, that'd be a fucking twist that would crack me up. I would die instantly. Safi dies, dying instantly. It's such a bad line. But she just looks back at me with a faint smile. That's a second. I guess this is as close as her pride will let it get to a thanks. Just dance with me and have all fingers, toes, and teeth. You mean all your fingers, knees, and toes, A miracle. I must sign out for her because the next thing I know, Olivia's at my side yanking my sleeve. Did I seriously catch you dancing with Mia? I thought I fell into a bizarre world for a second. Who are you? I get a jab to the solar plexus for my peak comedy, knocking the wind out of me. Not funny! So what about my dance? Please don't tell me we're doing this. Please don't tell me we're fucking doing E4. Listen, I can see the dress, but the dance is a bit tacky, okay? Even outside of the metaphorical implications of having her overcome her disability for fucking Inko of all people, I do feel that the disability is never ugly. And like the one time the disability can really be ugly, you wipe it under the rug in the best ending. That's not good. That's cop-out. The term I'm looking for is hot ziggity. Well, I don't know. I'm feeling pretty tired. Seeing her tail winding back, I'm quick to catch. Kidding. I'm ready where you all live. Smile is like a moonbeam in the dark, and again, the moon is overhead, man. It's like in the background shot. We cut our own section of the dance floor close to the center. It's not nearly as packed as it had been, though I do spot Liz and Damien a ways away. Liz is on cloud 9, and Damien is whispering something to her lowered head, but it's only making her smile rather than something sparking embarrassment. Damn, I might need some tips from her after tonight. I take Olivia's hands, and we fall into a swaying rhythm. It's much more simple compared to my dance with Mia, but being the girl I love automatically makes it better. Even over the music, I can hear her happily humming along. I fall infinitely into those beautiful silver pools of hers. It's only a moment. It's a moment I wish I could last forever. Like, I do hope that the whole dance with Mia is like, and I'm still got just dance, but it's to do the right thing. You know, fair. That's enough. That's enough. We're already getting a little too saccharine if we give him the Olivia on two legs dance too. I'm just saying. Please, for my little baby heart, please. I honestly don't know if I care about chapter 19 and 20 because they're just denouement. Like I don't give a shit about this guy's writing when it comes to denouements. Ugh. It will not spark any particular joy. It'll just be the works, you know. Because like most of the stuff I talk about has to do with like presentation and all that garbage, and like the endings. At some point they're just like you're just kind of winding things down. And it's like, movie's done. I'm gonna go home. See you later. So good talk with Ben. Yeah, I guess. I wish he had a better reason for why he did what he did. Guess I didn't let him know about his problem, but that's to be expected. It all worked out, and I'm tired of the grudge. You gonna leave me for me after that dance? If I didn't know any better, I'd say that smacked of jealousy, if only a hint. I was thinking of a side chick, but she turned me down pretty gracefully. She blows place for Raspberry at that. You're awfully willing to joke about cheating on her multiple times, buddy. You might want to ease it up there. Because at some point, she's going to bring this up like 10 years down the line during an argument. It's just to make peace. We should be left alone for the rest of the year. Really? With any luck. She has enough shit to deal with without messing with us on top of that. Brow tucks up inquisitively. Shake my head. I'm done talking about me. I just want this moment for what it is. The transition to the next song is fluid. Let me put on the last. But marked by Olivia's nervously perforating the sentence. So, this is good, right? Are you kidding? Of course it is, Olivia. Yeah, but oh, come on, this is more than enough. Hope seeing me dance with me didn't get into our own heads. The last thing I wanted. Just bother me that we can't really dance. I can't do a lot of things, but it doesn't bother me that the MLB never returned my letters. I'm serious. 7-year-old me was too. What if we could dance like everyone else? No need for what? Oh god. You did it. I'm actually angrier now that you called it out. Like, let's go back to yesterday, right, with Anon winning the contest. The reason that's cute is you set it up, you build it up, it makes sense. I don't like that it's saccharine, right? It's like, oh, he won the contest, so he could give her the prize instead of having to compromise. For fuck's sake, compromise a little bit. I keep saying this, but like, Olivia isn't disabled. She's just conveniently in a chair the whole time. Because if you're not going to let it slam into the characters and force them to concede something, if Anon's poverty doesn't require him to make to accept that he can't give her the best possible, then what are you doing? Do these characters have flaws that get in the way of their lives or not? Do they have to settle for less and be happy? Because like the biggest lesson you can teach someone is you can't get everything, and that's fine. You know, be content with what you have. I know that sounds like a rich man telling a poor person to suck it up, but to an extent, you are responsible for your own happiness and your willingness to accept what's around you. And like, as an actual wise man once said, you are responsible for how things affect you in the long run. In a way, not in that stoicism sense. Like, come on. I don't like this, so we're just gonna skip on through. My bigger problem with this dance scene, right, is it should be the most awkward thing possible. Because, like, she can't move her legs below her knees, so she is just putting her thighs out and hoping that her feet hit the ground properly without snapping her ankles. I would like to point out, very likely event if you don't use your feet properly. So this is super awkward, and she is leaning like crazy on Anon the whole way through. Which, again, kind of devalues Olivia's input in the dance in a weird... It's a really complicated mess when you think about it too hard. Apophenia does not like the scene. I don't care how much they're sweating. Ugh. Gosh, it's fucking wonderful that they got a good plot scene, and it's the fucking glazing that kills me. Although, to be honest, I was already pissed about this in the original game, so I'm not even holding this against you, Receiver K. This is not your problem. This is the original story's problem. Blech. Also, the fact that her practice is hidden entirely from the viewer it's always struck me as kind of like a cop-out. Isn't the eulogy supposed to happen soon? A nervous Scala is on the edge of the stage, peeking back behind the curtain into the crowd. How do you see her? Isn't there like a lot of lights on the dance floor and shit, and the stage is darkened out? Ugh. Who's she looking for, Ben? My face falls at that. How long has it been since Mia went back to talk to him? Fuck. Why did I sick her on him tonight of all nights? My legs are numb now, so I shakily stand as I have to ask Liz, what time is the eulogy supposed to happen? Well, we're supposed to be out of here by 10, and it's already 9:47. Could have sworn Ben said he was aiming for 9:45. Fuck. I deflated that, having to place my hands on my knees. Olivia's questioning gaze catches my attention or something. Ugh, we gotta find Ben. I got a bad feeling. I got a bad feeling about this. Oh no, wait, it's different than that. Hold up, I need to find this song because I like this song a lot. How do I find this song? Is this the one? It's such a cute little goofy song. Someone's gonna freaking pay for screwing up my vacation. It's called Missing Impossible. Fantastic. Remember when Mission Impossible was like a big fucking thing? Jesus! What a time to be alive! I never saw the movie. I just caught the whole, like, osmosis part of it. Fuck. I deflated that. Having to place my hands on my eyes. Okay. We gotta find Ben. I got a bad feeling. If she had any final grudges, they evaporate instantly as her eyes widen and she nods, leading the way backstage. We head up the rampway to the left of the stage and into the back. It's completely empty, not even a sign that someone should be back here. The curtains hang like a lead. I mean, those are giant, heavy curtains, man. Like, they're not supposed to move. Blocking out all of the dance floor lighting, and even muting the final slow dance songs to light the twinkling the ear can barely register. I mean, buildings like this are probably built for that. I take the lead now. Don't you mean you take the lead now? Looking this way and that, with a few dim overhead lights barely helping our search. It's when I approach a hall at the back of the room that I start to hear voices, two of them. Not quite shouting, but very lively. I wave Olivia over and start speed walking down the hall. Several supply closets in the storage areas both lie. Why are we overcomplicating this? Anon is just running after. Did this to you. Please just take them so we could go back to it. For the last time, no. You said you needed them. Was that just a lie? I'm saying I need to do something different. Or we were happy before, Benny. Whatever's gotten into you, it's because you weren't taking them anymore. Finally around the corner and see Mia, she tries shoving something towards a frazzled Ben. That is not what is going on. You won't talk to me? You stop trying to help me stay on the straight and narrow. All his. Either my light step or my shadow cast across Mia alerts her to my presence, and she stops, turning a single burning iris back to me. Whatever she was forcing on Ben a moment ago is hidden tightly against her chest now. Hey guys, everything cool? Yes, Anon, everything is. No, it isn't, but it isn't your concern. Yeah, so turn around and walk the fuck out, monkey boy. Mia, this isn't his fault. Honestly, you berate and brittle everyone you know. I wonder why. Not you, Benny. Wait, it's really hard to follow sometimes. Mia, this isn't his fault. Honestly, you berate and belittle everyone you know, and you wonder why I. Not you, Benny. I love you. Mia's anger is replaced with desperation in an instant. Everything is changing. No, I'm sorry for the trouble I caused you, but change yourself right now. Ben removes his glasses, a furtive glance towards Olivia and I. This is the most distressed I've seen him, and it's obvious that he'd rather not continue. But that isn't an option right now. We can talk about this later. Please, Mia, I'm trying to avoid relying on them now. This is the real me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to say my goodbyes to Yatakan. He makes his way past her, but rather than relief, I don't see misery painting his face. I place a hand onto his shoulder, and Olivia and I start leading him out. One glance at me is enough to know that she isn't done, so our best bet is to body block for him to get back into public sight. Ben! Mia's frantic again, anger mixed with whatever has her so possessed. Her hand still clutches something cylindrical. Please, you're not even talking to me! I'm sorry, see? I don't know, Libby buried the edge, and I won't mess with him anymore! Ben's composure is out the window, far more cold than his usual self. That's fine, Mia, but really, we can talk about this later. We've made our way to backstage again, maybe a dozen meters from the safety of Scalar and the crowd. I pull Ben slightly closer. Oh, he was going for Ben. He was upset that Mia was dating him. As Mia picks up a pace. No! There's a sound of a dozen or so small objects rattling against hollow plastic as Mia starts shaking something in open palm. Open palm? She's like tossing it around like a little ball? A pill bottle? If you don't take them now, you won't later. And you won't want to talk! Mia, what the hell? Can't Ben just have this one thing? You know how much he had to cut? Shut the fuck up, you spear-chucking cuck! I was wondering if Olivia was going to contribute anything to the scene. There she is. Mia screams at me as she balls a fistful of pills tightly. Don't call him that, you crazy bitch! Then time slows down. I feel like Neo, except for the very obvious backhanded fist rocketing towards me, is on a direct course and I can't move for shit. Looks like Mia's trying to smack me off Ben a good distance, like she had back in the classroom, but her nerves are throwing her off, the panic she's in. Instead of aiming for my sternum, her fist collides subtly with my jaw, time speeding up just in time for me to be sent to a spinning 360 before crashing to the floor. Hanon, how do you even know up from down? The resulting sound is like a cannon blast as it reverberates through the understage. Even dazed, I can see the curtain begin to split. Mia unclasps her fist in terror. A handful of loose capsules scatter to the floor, the empty orange bottle falling not long after. Tilt my back to see the silhouettes of the whole. Well, it's just the silhouette of the whole student body, not silhouettes of the whole student body, because that implies that they're fractured and it's supposed to be like one crowd. I tilt my head back and see a silhouette of the whole student body. Shouldn't you be dazed and like seeing stars? You got decked in the jaw, man. Beyond the harsh stage lights, and in the foreground, a horrified Scalar trying to assess what just happened. I never liked this part of E4. It always felt a little too dramatic and a little bit too much like it went against the current without earning itself. It just kind of made a mess of things emotionally. Mia, why would you? Ben's trembling questions carry far in the pin drop silence. Also, there's a microphone getting shoved into his hand for Mia stunned, wide eyes, and taking steps backwards. It wasn't you believe. I just wanted to fix it. She's hyperventilating, quickly running and leaping off the stage. Even in flats, she's booking it, and I see her dodge past Ferris's bulk when he tries to grab her. Ben is shell-shocked, slowly walking towards the front of the stage. Mrs. Is she a miss or a Mrs.? Covers the mic, trying to ask if Ben is okay. He's just watching Mia run from the scene, unblinking. Anne, are you okay? Olivia's already at my side, pulling up on my arm. I place a hand up to forcefully close my jaw, snapping painfully through the lockjaw Mia inflicted. Fuck. How did it all lead here? I have to do something. Try something. Even if that's how we got here. Ben has taken the microphone from Scalar, even as she regards him with concern. He numbly trails off before dropping the mic abruptly. An ear-splitting electronic whine forces everyone in the room to cringe. I'm sorry, I can't do this. There's a hollowness to his voice as he slowly walks past Scalar and off into the crowd. He isn't following after Mia, though. He's just slinking off somewhere after that horror show. Grab Olivia's arm and give her a crooked smile. Hey, you need to go up there and tell everyone how much ass Kiara can kick for all of us, yeah? What are you gonna do? Tempt fate, I guess. I'll be careful. You've been tempting fate all night, man. You're gonna run out of karma at some point, but you don't know till you try! Before she can ask any more, I sprint after Mia, cutting through the confused crowd. Mr. Ferris intercepts,